Why is my camera not coming up? Oh, that probably doesn't help. Filters. Why aren't you cropping? Ah, there we go. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, it was a pretty good episode, Flipnote. I really enjoyed it. Oh, I'm dropping a lot of frames. Looks like it's alright now. Alright. Should be pretty good now. What discussion are you talking about, Footnote? I've just had this game for a while now, so Probably about 2 years now, so I just want to play it. And I'm a fan of really big fan of the first one. Yeah, I want klonoa back as well. It would never happen though. Yep. History of klonoa. I played the first one 5 years ago now, and I really liked it a lot. So I got the second one 2 years ago, because it was starting to rise up in price. I wanted to get it before it went up too high, but I haven't played it. Oh, did I just see someone join? Hey, Experiment, how's it going? And I just dropped my controller. You there, Experiment? He'll probably fix his mic in a bit. hardware actually. Footnote. Straight from a PS2 Slim. It's the PS2 Slim to Frame Master to Elgato. It's quite a mess. It is gonna take some modding too. I'm pretty sure PS2 Sims are known for breaking easily. Oh, it might be the original PS2, I can't remember which one, but I know one of them is known for breaking pretty easily. Oh, there you are. That's a gun experiment. And he's quiet again. I know about these at least. I screwed that up. Oh no, I didn't. Oh boy.
I thought Klonoa was dead.
I mean, he kind of is, to be fair. How's it going, Apple?
Hi.
God damn it. Oh, there goes my perfect.
Another donation in from Pussy Destroyer 2017. Which version is this? Because I think weren't there different?
Nah, only PS2 version.
Okay.
I think you're first thinking of the original one.
Probably am.
Because the original one has a Wii version and a PS1 version. There you go, Apple. What have you been up to?
Oh, I did absolutely nothing today. About Rivals of Ether. That's about it. And then I played Halo.
How did your Halo stream go?
I still haven't beaten the PB.
Anyway,
I thought next to Bridge, not as funny, but that's kind of understandable since they're going with the whole Gohan is completely snapped thing.
yeah. I don't know, I like it when he snaps back at Goku.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Why don't I give him a sensu bean and make you fight him?
Also the whole Vegeta thing.
Oh, yeah.
So your Vegeta is showing. There you are. Oh.
Oh, is it working now?
Yeah, it's working now. I heard you earlier for like a second, but I don't know what happened.
Oh, this bloody mic doesn't like the PC sometimes, so it takes a couple of minutes to boot up.
Fair enough. My Yeti is weird too. Sometimes I have to reset it every time I turn my computer on.
I own a shitty, I bought a shitty headset on the internet. That's about it.
Fair enough.
So, Klonoa 2, I can tell this is running on hardware.
Yep.
PS2 Slim.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize too. This has a 60 Hz option for PAL.
You're lucky.
Really?
I got the thing.
Yeah, it did. As soon as I turned the game, I said, "Do you want to play in 60 Hz?"
Huh, that's actually not very common for PS2 games.
Especially, this is 2002, I think. So,
2002 as well. Shit.
yeah, I was kind of shocked.
And Monkey Girl hiding inside Klonoa. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's plot.
Just experience footnotes. About a decade and a half of experience. Hell, John raided Dream for Test earlier, and I could tell they were running on Project 64 with an old build.
What were they playing?
Mega Man Legends 1, or Mega Man 4 as it's known.
Ah, okay.
It was just, oh, what's that? Grizzing issues on the ground. Yep, Project 64 1.6
Well-
with Jabba DirectX 8.
Well, this is native resolution, so that also helps. If I was playing a PS2, I'd probably bump it up. I mean, emulator.
You could technically bump it up on hardware.
Is that a good idea, though?
If you can get a free McBoot memory card, yeah, you can easily do it. You can find them online for pretty cheap. There's a special homebrew program that can enable it to render up to 720p.
Like, I have one. I have it right here, but 64 megabyte too. Wouldn't it break the hardware though? Because like it's not expecting to run.
Oh no, some PS2 games can run with 720p natively, like Gran Turismo 4.
Own string. I remember hearing them say something about an epilogue in the stream, so I imagine they're gonna make the whole Trunks thing after part 3.
Probably that makes sense. If they're making an epilogue, yeah, this is probably gonna be the last season they do. Or last arc, sorry.
Yeah, someone will step in and do the Boo Saga eventually.
If I have to guess, the epilogue will have Trunks fighting the android, Gohan going to school, and Goku in the Afterworld tournament.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that After World Tournament was a thing.
School's the one I keep forgetting about.
Yeah, that was just kind of weird.
Bruce Saga in general is just weird.
Almost like it was tacked on at the end or something.
No, I don't think it was tacked on. It was just stretched out way too far. I still think Cell Saga is the best saga in the series.
Despite the numerous trouble reduction issues it had.
Did it have troubling production issues?
It went through about 3 different, like, editors or something like that.
String, would this Dragon Ball never have trouble?
Because I think
Good point.
Android 20 was supposed to be the main villain, and then the writers didn't like that. They went, oh, can you get someone prettier and nicer? So 17 and 18 came into the mix. And then another writer didn't like that, so they brought Cell in, and when they didn't like Cell's original design, another one came in and gave us the perfect Cell stuff.
That would have all been the manga, right, though? Because manga was first, yeah?
That would have been the manga, yeah.
A perfect beam.
Well, I know with Boo, the big rumor was that Gohan was meant to be the main protagonist, so that Goku in the end.
Oh, that was obvious
Isn't it-
from the fucking Cell saga.
Yeah.
I love that. By the way, man, I can't believe Goku just sniped that win.
I did think the ending was pretty perfect as well.
Sounds good.
So
Too
Experiment.
bad the series is now dead.
So Experiment, have you played any klonoa before?
I've played the original bit on the PSP and PS Vita.
Yeah, that's how I played it first. PS Vita. Then I got the Wii version.
Yeah, I know there was a Wii version, but I've not touched that yet.
The Wii version's getting harder to find.
Couldn't imagine why.
So is this one actually. But the reason I bought klonoa 2 like 2 years ago is because it was starting to get a little pricey.
Pricey.
And I wanted to get it before it went too high. Because the only way you can play without emulating is on hardware, PS2.
Well, unless you know Homebrew and have a fat model.
And a hard drive. And the PS2 hard drive.
Oh no, you can use any hard drive in that thing now.
It's a 1.0 though, isn't it? USB?
1.0 USB, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be...
Too slow.
Yeah, so have fun
Another
with that.
option is to use SMB protocols.
Yeah.
You've set it from a server. But if you've got a fat model, you've got the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
The internal hard drive.
Well, you gotta buy a hard drive, don't you?
Well, yeah, but you can use any SATA hard drive these days. Originally it was IDE. And good luck finding any of those that work these days. So there's third-party adapters where you can attach it to a SATA connector instead. It does the conversion for you.
That works. I assume you have to format it specifically for the PS2 though, and all that good stuff.
I think it just takes FAT32.
Oh, okay.
I doubt it supports NTFS, but I've been proven wrong before. So then once that's done, you can either install the games directly through the disk drive, or just, attach the hard drive to a caddy and copy-paste the ISOs over. And that's how I was doing PS2 games from like 2004 onwards. Just taking the disc and installing them to a hard drive.
First ever footage of String's dad caught on camera.
And we'll still need to reconfigure that before the time ticks. Level 0, level 1, level 0, then go down to level 1.
I'm back.
See.
What was I doing? This.
Did they ever make a klonoa free?
No. The last thing that was talked about was a Klonoa 2 remake on the Wii. However, Klonoa 1 didn't do too well. To say the
Almost
least.
like it's an obscure series or whatever.
It had no marketing too.
Another reason why then.
Yep. That's why we've never gotten another one. Probably never will.
I think there was a GBA game.
There are like, there's 2 GBA games and an RPG, but the RPG was never localized. There's
Is there a
also,
fan translation?
I don't even think there's a fan translation. There is also a beach volleyball game on the PS1 that was only released to Japan and Europe.
I love Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
It wasn't even released in America, only Europe, which surprised me.
I thought that was the company we don't release games in. Or the country.
Europe's a country?
Continent.
Europe is a company.
Yeah,
yes,
Experiment one
you
up
pick.
us, yeah.
I mean, America's basically a company now, so it's okay.
Yeah, you gotta say.
It's alright. I mean, I don't have anyone. All I have is trains.
And even that's gonna run out in a few months.
At least until around October.
Oh, that's not good.
Sorry, Shadow Kingdom Hearts is dead, as is anime. Kingdom Hearts 3 was cancelled.
Yeah, it takes a bit to update. Should be updated now.
What needs updating?
The information. He said he saw Kingdom Hearts 2. No, we
Oh,
finished.
okay.
It says Klonoa on my end.
Yeah. We're gonna play... I finished the K2 main story. I'm gonna do the extra content later. I will do the secret bosses, but I want to take a break for a bit.
Fair enough.
String, capitalize your fucking words and titles.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't even get the bloody title category to work for myself now. Doesn't save the information.
Really? Twitch is
It'll
weird
save
like
the stream
that.
name, but hasn't been saving the category for about a month now.
Twitch is a weird thing.
It's almost like it's held together by Bubblegum and Blue Tack.
Not even duct tape.
Oh no, duct tape's too expensive.
Monkey girl, we can pray later.
But you're praying while, you know, gotta save the world. Priorities.
I'm not even really, for honest, we're not even really saving the world.
What the hell are we saving then?
Pilgrimage, kinda. Pilgrimage to make her some sort of goddess or something like that. I can't remember.
Shadow, we never saw.
Great.
We never
It's
saw
Final
lingering.
No, the final boss wasn't lingering well, unfortunately.
It
It
was
was one
super.
from Agrabah.
Yeah, the ice and fire monster from Agrabah.
It was the ice monster and the mob boss from Beast Castle first visit.
But yeah, that sounds like fun. Saving a pilgrimage. Good god, it's Final Fantasy X all over again.
I don't know anything about 10.
It's
Other
good.
than the
Has problems, but it's good. Even I think that's overblown.
Can't wait to spend all my money on a samurai to just want to kill all my enemies.
That was bad.
Sorry, we already played Kingdom Hearts 2. Orin isn't here.
I was thinking of Yojimbo.
He's in Final.
Oh, that
he's
guy.
He's in Final Fantasy 14. So
He's in 10. He's in 10 as well.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
As an optional Aeon you can find.
Mm.
The other optional one, Anima and the Maga Sisters.
Yeah.
With the Maga Sisters being the biggest pain in the arse to get. I suppose Anima is as well, because you've got to do all those annoying optional puzzles in the temples.
Excalibur 2, anyone? for Final Fantasy 9?
That's no.
Oh, look,
I'm good.
yeah, you,
but,
it's but,
but don't you like speedrunning?
yeah. Do you know a little fun fact, Apple? The timer wasn't really adjusted properly for the power release, so it's even more difficult.
What's it in the power release?
I think it's around the same time, but because of it running slower, the game runs slower, but the timer doesn't.
Oh.
And to be fair, at least we have the PC version, which can skip cutscenes, I heard. And has a speed up mode.
Yep, and the speed up mode doesn't take into account that, so you can.
Yeah, the speed up mode doesn't affect the game clock. I love the speed up feature. That's the main reason I play PC version for Choco Hot and Cold.
So
Because it makes it a lot easier.
Unless you've got tool assisted speedrun levels of skills, you're not getting Excalibur 2 on the power release.
I'm sure someone could do it.
Well, they probably have, but not as many as anyone who's done it in the US can.
No, damn it.
Well, what are the other games I can think of that had 60Hz options on the PS2 that were major games?
Oh, I'm sure there's a few, but honestly, like I said, it shocked me when I saw it.
I was gonna say, there's only about 3 I can think off the top of my head that comes to mind. Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, and God of War 2.
Oh, I know what to do.
Bear in mind, out of the 2000 plus PS2 library, only just under 300 of them bought 60Hz.
But Excalibur 2 isn't a Keyblade, it's a sword. And we don't use practical weapons in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I mean, they just announced that you know those mini games that got announced for Carriage 3 a while ago? The Game & Watch ones?
Yes.
They just got put in Kingdom Hearts Key, and if you get the high score and all of them, you get a Keyblade for Cage 3. So guess who has to go and get all the high scores in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key?
Well, you can always just tell Shay to do it, because doesn't she love that game?
Yeah, she'll probably use a thing for herself. I'm in a guild.
Oh, well, there you go then. Sure, she can give you that then.
Also, it depends if the US codes work in PAL.
Well, if not, it's not that difficult to make a US PSN account.
Yeah, pretty much. Flip, no, I'll do it myself. I want to play the games anyway.
I mean, I've got 4 PSN accounts to my name now.
I only got 2. I got 1 PSN, but I got 2. I have 3 Switch accounts actually. All
Let
different.
me guess, 1 for Europe, 1 for America, 1 for Japan.
Ginger Europe for Australia, so same thing, but yeah.
Yep, did that myself on launch day.
I did the Japan one to get a demo or something. I can't remember what though.
Well, I mean, the 4 PSNs I've got is my default one for Europe, my US one, which I use for my Vita, a Japanese one, and a mainland Asia one.
Nah, my Vita is actually it's from America, but it's a PAL account.
Yeah, mine's a Japanese PS Vita with an American account. Because the 2000 series wasn't out at the time. And there was like a nice alternative colour that wasn't black, and it was just, oh yeah, I'm snatching that up.
I like the black one.
Well, I had the black 1000 model beforehand, and it's just, you know what, I've had a lot of black handhelds over the last decade. Let's have a change of pace.
I got the black one with... You know what was the biggest pain in the ass to find? Those grip. I got some like grips on it, which basically put L2 triggers on them. And basically what it does is when you press down on the trigger, it presses down on the back pad. Because games usually put that as the L2, R2, L... And finding one of those for a PS 1000 model, not easy. It was also a Kickstarter project, so it's not very... Yeah, there weren't a lot made.
Sounds like it's practical collector's item material then.
I think they've made some more now, so I couldn't tell you if they are.
Well, it shouldn't be too difficult to clone.
Yeah.
Because the back touch panel isn't pressure sensitive. It more works with your body's natural electrical signals.
Hmm.
That's how the capacitive touchscreens work.
Yeah, don't. I can't use my PS Vita's touchscreen when it's charging.
Odd.
I don't know why, but like I can, but it's like after 5 minutes it becomes unusable.
Desynced.
Yeah, like I could press down 5 times and only signal it. It'll only receive the signal once, and it could be randomly anywhere on the screen.
Good thing not too many games rely on the bloody touchscreen then.
Oh, there's a few. Like I used to play all the Project Diva on it, and that requires a touchscreen, so I can't play it. I can't play that game while it's charging.
I think that also got a patch recently as well, unofficially of course, to run a higher resolution.
Oh, we got a first boss, I think. I mean, unless you want specific games, not really. But it's pretty much a JRPG machine, Flipnote.
Also go for indie ports, whatever's on there.
But they got the Switch now. I'd just recommend getting a Switch instead.
On the bright side, if you hack your Vita, comes butter on toast.
Okay, let's see if I can figure this one out. Alright.
Keep up for a few minutes.
What's up?
Just more into myself.
Oh, damn it. There we go. Oh, yeah, got the shot.
Yeah, I can definitely tell this is an early PS2 game.
Mm-hmm.
Back when everyone was still trying to work out how the freaking hardware worked.
Well, I mean, it was just as confusing as PS3, right? That's what people generally say. It was just that people
but
were
it could have
more...
been the biggest issue developing on the PS2 is mainly the vector units. Which is the simplest way of thinking of them as like two hedge mazes between the CPU and the GPU, and every instruction's got to go between them.
I just know that people were willing to do it because, you know, PS2. It's kind of popular.
Well, it was used as the basis of pretty much every 6th-gen game that wasn't on the Dreamcast. Or wasn't console exclusive.
Which is kind of a shame because, yeah, Xbox and GameCube was so much better, power-wise. I think if you look at the Dead or Alive games on Xbox...
No one really knew how to work the hardware at the time, and the documentation apparently was awful.
What was awful?
This was back the PS2 documentation early on,
Ah.
as well as the toolset.
Well, I know the Wii U was bad, because you've mentioned that several times.
Oh, I still have nightmares about the Wii U.
Do you have a dev kit?
No, I have a software development kit, not a hardware-based one.
Ah, okay.
They wanted a small fucking fortune for one of them.
No, I was just curious if you were, because you were commissioned by Nintendo, so I was wondering if they gave you one for free.
No, they just told us to use software development kits instead.
Fair enough. I mean, did you really need a hardware development kit?
Not really, because my Wii U was already compromised by that time. So it's a dev kit in all but name. As for my 3DS, I can switch it between a retail unit and a dev kit. I will.
It wouldn't have as much functionality though as an actual dev kit, though.
No, for the 3DS, it's completely the same functionality as a retail dev unit.
Don't development kits usually have more power though? Like, better hardware? It's not much better, but it has better hardware.
Early ones tend to be, yeah, because they're not based on final specs. But those for more production models, they tend to be 1-1.
Okay. I thought the idea is they always had more power, but you can make it emulate the actual power of 3DS if you need to test it.
Yeah, that's what the software development kits were for.
Yeah.
Hardware ones, they were basically just normal 3DSs with a software switch.
Yeah.
And let me think, 3DS dev kit, that would have cost about $500 a unit.
Yeah, sounds about right. I know dev kits are pretty expensive.
The Wii U was just over 1,000, I think. About 1,200.
And people ask why it died.
Could blame Nintendo for all of that.
You can, I mean, you can find some Wii U dev units out in the wild, but few and far between. You'll recognize them because of the green faceplate.
There's multiple, like, there's a lot of dev units out there you can buy. I've played on an Xbox One dev kit. That was a while ago, though.
Well, I've got a PS1 dev kit, technically, if you count the NetGear as one.
Yeah, kinda, but it's not really. It's more a consumer-made version of dev kit.
I've tinkered with Dreamcast dev units, and I've seen and tried a Nintendo Dolphin development kit before it was codenamed as the GameCube. Oh, is that its mouth? I thought it was its eye.
That's his mouth.
I was gonna say, how are you talking and seeing at the same time? And I can see this is using cell shading for the models.
Yeah, it's all cel-shaded. My cat just joined in.
Oof. Finally, some good commentary.
Yes? What? What?
It's alright, darling. You'll be fine. Well, in terms of development difficulty, it went PS2, GameCube and Xbox were on the same tier, and then Dreamcast was the easiest one.
Got all of those resolution changes.
Don't you love it when you can tell it's switching resolutions? What's it gone from? 480 to something else?
I don't know. It's probably the Frame Meister more than the capture card.
Like when I play Fortnite, that thing can fucking that resolution can fucking drop.
Because the PS2 doesn't technically support PAL 60 in a sense, it just switches to NTSC. Video output. Great hardware design choice there, guys.
What the fuck is up with that thing's eyes?
That's been bugging me as well, because I thought the texture hadn't loaded.
What, the dog or the...
Yeah, the little dog thing.
Yeah, that's his eyes.
I kind of want to just go with the game. Can we open the... Let's have a look.
Oh, that's some blurry models there.
I love that it's upside down. Nice touch.
And now String probably knows what it is. Oh yeah, Spider-Man came out. How is it?
Oh god, I haven't played it yet. I'm not gonna buy it for a bit. Gotta wait till I get paid next.
Don't own a PS4. Not the biggest Spider-Man fan.
Oh, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. It's just like I'm waiting for money.
Spider-Man's never been my thing, really.
Come on, game, you can do it.
Is this on DVD or one of the PS2 CDs?
DVD probably.
I was gonna say, what's the underside of the disc? Normal DVD color or dark blue?
I can tell you. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, I know what I'm looking for.
This seems to be a frame master problem.
Did your cat eat a wire or something?
No. There we go. It's just like I said. It's the it's a frame master. See, there's the frame master there. I know that's a game capture.
So what are you running this
I actually hate it when there's a tear.
Composite.
I
Component.
hate it when there's a tear. I hate when there's a terrorist attack in the middle of a carnival.
If it was composite, there wouldn't be so much. There wouldn't be resolution switching.
Oh god, no, there'd be jags all over the place.
Yep. And it'd be all like 360p instead of 480.
Yeah, so this is what, 480 progressive signal?
I assume so. It's upscaled from my frame master, so technically it's gonna think it's 1080p right now.
You'll be able to tell if it was interlaced by the any fast motion, because the interlacing will come out and it'll break the signal a bit.
Mm. I mean, with the GameCube, I don't really blame people for not getting it, because, let's face it, developing on small disc is not an easy thing to do.
Ooh, that's a good question. Footnote, experiment.
Let me have a look.
So, Experiment, with your expertise on consoles, what do you make of the Atari Jaguar?
Complete piece of shit.
What about the CD expansion?
An even bigger piece of shit. Which is appropriate considering it looks like a fucking toilet.
There's an AVGN video on it. And you got 3 of the fucking things.
Well, the thing is that the CD unit was poorly engineered. Because the door mechanism clamps so tightly on the disk drive, the disk can't rotate properly. What happens to a drive motor when it can't spin properly?
No loading.
It kind of breaks it in rapid succession. Because the disc can't spin, motor goes nuts, shakes itself practically loose.
Oh wow, this is weird.
Reminds me of the platforms in the Sonic games. Labyrinth? No, not Labyrinth. The ones that you run on to make them go. And they control like fucking shit.
Auto runners?
No, those are like little floating platforms that go up in the air when you run. And they control like shit.
Trying to picture them.
Yeah, it's like the second or third level of Sonic 3.
Oh, I see which ones you mean. Also doesn't help the Atari Jaguar had a blitter-based hardware bug. So basically anything like fast memory access was basically, you know, knackered. So you had to work around a very constrained memory with access times that are also completely knackered to high hell. Completely proprietary CPU and GPU, of which there was little to no documentation on.
Also, doesn't it have like 5 CPUs, something like that in it?
It's complex, but it's not Sega Saturn complex. I mean, I've been trying to find any info for the CDI, and oh my god, it's been a fucking nightmare.
CDI.
Yep, there is little to fuck all information on how to work that unit as a developer. And from what I can see on the hardware, it looks mostly custom. CPU seems to be the only standard thing there. And even then, that's a modified Motorola 68K processor.
Yeah, it was a 32-bit console that was turned into 64-bit, and it wasn't a good idea to do that.
It's not even 64-bit.
So what, false advertising?
Yep.
That's called blast processing, by the way.
Internally, it was a 32-bit. It was the external bus, or the internal bus. One of them was 4-bit.
Wow. That makes sense, though, considering what came out on it.
Well, I mean, the SNES is a 16-bit machine, but it's hampered by an 8-bit data bus.
That water texture.
This ain't Sea of Thieves. Still, hey, still one of the few good things I can say about Sea of Thieves. It's got good motherfucking water.
That's all it has going for it, though.
I haven't played it much, so I don't know.
I haven't played it since we played it.
Basically, flipping what was happening is that Atari was making 2 consoles at the time, the Panther and the Jaguar. The Panther was going to be a 32-bit machine, and the Jaguar was going to be a 64-bit. But when the Jaguar progressed a bit more than the Panther hardware, they scrapped the Panther and went straight for the Jaguar. Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be the Atari Lynx. Good God, that's a fucking laughing for a development standpoint.
Why? What was wrong with the Atari Lynx? Because I heard it was a pretty good system.
The hard for soft development, it's fine. The thing is, what you need to develop for it on.
Which is?
You need an Amiga to develop for an Atari system. Bear in mind, Atari's main source of income back then, the Atari ST line. The ST line was computers.
What? Why?
Because, in a funny twist, the people who designed the Atari Lynx hardware were former members of the Lorraine Project. The Lorraine Project was done by Atari in what would ultimately become the Commodore Amiga.
Game developers. Or console developers.
And then... So yeah, in a twisted way, some old Atari devs went to Commodore to make the Amiga and then went back to Atari to develop the Lynx. And it gets even crazier because some of them went on to design another console, the 3DO. And that was the last bit of hardware they ever designed.
This is a very dangerous amusement park.
Oh yeah, I should have a fucking field day with it.
Oh, look, we've seen the amusement park that had like 13 deaths. This is fine.
Action Park.
Yeah, I watched that video actually.
Oh, you got round to watching it?
Yeah. That does certainly.
Yeah, fucked up, innit?
What was the documentary?
Defunct Land.
Seafront Land?
Defunct Land.
Defunct.
He actually did a video recently on Disney short-lived arcade series. What was it called? Disney Quest?
What was it, an arcade series?
Yeah, it was like supposed to be like an arcade, you know, with virtual reality and the future and all that nonsense. Bear in mind, this is the time when the Virtual Boy was out.
Yeah, that went so well.
And basically, do you remember those old rides where you'd sit on like this motorized seat and you'd have a screen in front of you and then the thing would shake down side to side?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Basically what it boiled down to. Same type of tech. And the problem is that they couldn't develop any like more modern versions, I think. Probably because the CEO wasn't as interested. Because it's very much like another vanity project. They did open a branch, I think, in Chicago. Like slap bang in the middle of downtown Chicago. That didn't last very long. And it was also expensive as fuck. $20 for 2 hours of playtime.
Oh, yeah, no.
In 2000 money. They were also going to do one around John's neck of the woods in Philadelphia, but that never came to fruition. Apparently it's been undeveloped since, and it's just like a car park now, I believe.
Watch out, he's gonna take you to the Shadow Realm. AKA, kill you.
Yeah,
I
Dad.
thought it actually went to Disney Quest. Interesting. Was this the Florida or the Chicago unit flipping out?
What's Disney Quest?
The arcade series I mentioned a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
That was the name of it. Basically, imagine a 5-story, completely sealed-in building full of ancient VR tech arcade games. I believe they actually only closed down the other year.
I may have seen it. I don't know if I've been in it. Because I've been to Disneyland Florida.
You might have seen it. It was in the downtown Disney section.
I think I know what you're talking about, actually. If there's a picture of it, I can confirm it.
Yeah, I'll go find one in a moment.
Because I remember a building with, like, a bunch of VR stuff, and it was basically like a futuristic kind of thing.
It was basically like a giant blue block.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I think that's the one I've been seeing. I haven't went in it, but I've seen it.
Let me go and grab an image. Yeah, same one I'm thinking of. Flipped out the Florida branch. Yep, that'll do. I don't know if this URL will work. Oh well, one way to find out. And... Yep, it's worked. Images in chat string.
Yep, I've been past that. Didn't go in it, but I've been past it because we went to Downtown Disney a bit. And that was to be like the biggest building there. Oops.
God, for a second there. Fucking klonoa was the only thing that died.
So that was just a giant arcade, was it? But with a few, like, VR things.
Basically, yeah. Except the VR stuff was expensive as fuck and they couldn't do modern versions, basically. Probably could now with HTC Vives and Oculus Rifts and all that, but...
Oh, dude, if you go to, like, a VR arcade, they are fucking expensive to go into one. When I was in... Oh, don't worry, VR is expensive as hell, but, like, it's even for them. Because I remember going to, we didn't pass a VR arcade in... Anaheim? Yeah, I think Anaheim, and, it was like $50 an hour or something like that.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, and like I have an Oculus Rift. I know how expensive they can be. Not $50 an hour though.
Yeah, fuck off. I'd save money just to get one by going there every other week.
Granted, they have games as well to play, so like, you kind of got to factor that in too. But still, it's way.
It'd still be fucking cheaper.
Yeah. Honestly, the biggest problem with Oculus is just trying to find a space for using one.
The Connect issue.
Yeah, but it's not as bad. Well, at least with this one, you can make your own amount of... You can make your own space. You don't have to have a set prerequisite that Microsoft determines for you.
Yeah, you don't need to rearrange your entire living room.
I mean, you can if you want more space. Because there is, like there's a recommended amount of space you need, but you can technically do it in a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter square if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Also, VR, you can also have sit-down experiences.
I think the last time I ever touched VR was 2 years ago now at EGX 2016.
I love VR, but it's just a pain to set up.
I have neither the room nor the money for it, so...
Well, you also need the PC for it, unless you got a PS4. The PC requirements are pretty up there.
Shame the PSVR basically costs you another PS4.
It's cheaper now, I think, actually. It's cheaper than a PS4 and getting a PC. Sorry, an Oculus and a PC. Honestly, I would wait till the PS5 comes out before I get into PSVR. PS4 is just not quite there.
Can't wait to use the motion controllers again.
Yeah, I wish they'd make new ones.
Because I did buy the PlayStation Move when it first came out.
Why?
Yeah, curiosity.
Did it? What was that like?
It was alright. Pretty much just a fancier Wii. With more asinine controls. Because, you know, lack of buttons. Well, okay, you had the buttons, but the problem is that the face buttons were stupidly tiny.
Yeah.
And you think it was based on just the move button. So if you need to do anything else, good luck with that. Oh, and the start select buttons were on the side. Oh, they were terrible.
That was a dumb decision. Disney really doesn't like the video game industry? I just don't think they want to be the ones that invest in it. They'd rather other people invest in it, and then they just get profits from it. Disney don't really give a shit what their IP is in, as long as you pay them for it.
Well,
That's always the problem. It's whether people will pay them for it.
With in a couple of years, the exception of Mickey Mouse.
I mean, people want Sora and Smash, and like the problem isn't Disney. The problem is Nintendo willing to pay more money for a character that they could just get, which they could get a different character for less. It's like if your Cloud was expensive, oh boy.
Look, like there's a reason there's only fucking 2 Final Fantasy songs.
Well, apparently it has to do with some sort of composer restriction Square has. Like, if you want to remix Final Fantasy music, you have to go a specific composer from a specific union or something like that. And apparently they're really expensive.
I get you. Green Hill problem.
That's what I've heard. That's why there's only 2 songs, and they're not remixes, because they're the cheapest ones they can get.
Yeah, that's why the Sonic series couldn't use Green Hill's own music for the longest time.
2 songs that aren't even good.
Because of composer issues.
Yeah.
And how you can't even use the Sonic 3 soundtrack these days. Because that soundtrack is technically owned by the Jackson estate now.
I don't know, because like you got a big Mania. It's weird.
Yeah, you can get away. Yeah, some of them you can use, but not all of them.
Yeah.
God damn it, it's just music.
Yeah, but people want to make as much money as they can from their music. Just how the world works.
That feeling when you realise the famous Ice Cap Sound music was actually from an unreleased track by the Jetsons.
But yeah, that's essentially from when I said why Cloud doesn't, I mean, Smash doesn't have any more Final Fantasy music. It's because of that. At the end of the day, any company will give you their property as long as you pay them the right amount for it. Because it's just free money for them.
Well, free money, free PR,
Exactly.
free marketing, basically.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Konami's making a new Castlevania or Castlevania collection just from Smash alone now. It's like, regardless of whether it's on Switch or not.
Well, I mean, they did use Solid Snake to advertise Metal Gear Solid 4 on the Wii. Kojima, you mouthfuck.
Exactly. I don't even think Nintendo really cares if it's marketing a competitor at all either. With that said, Banjo-Kazooie for Smash, please?
Can we get who?
Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh.
It'll never happen. He's the most popular choice right now, but it'll never happen.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting any more third parties, unfortunately.
I think we'll get one more. But I think it'll only be one more. Oh, son of a bitch.
What the hell are we racing?
The cat. He stole something from us. I can't remember what he stole.
Wait, what does Shrink's cat take?
PCP? Oh man, I love Theme Park World.
It's essentially what it is. Though we'll be getting to Steampunk World soon. It's the one I know of. Come on. There we go. Go, go.
Oh boy.
Look, to be honest, Slipnote, if a dev plagiarizes artwork, that can have a lot of damage if it's not cancelled.
Now that's a lot of damage.
I wouldn't blame Disney for that. I'd blame the developer that did the plagiarizing for that. Yeah, 15 Pocket Edition got announced. Unfortunately, footnote, when it comes to marketing delays, it's very hard to fix it. Because
reorganize, basically.
Because once you delay one thing in your marketing, you go delay everything else afterwards, and that's very expensive to do.
Well, you know, in a complete organization nightmare.
Yeah. It's basically, Square Enix had the choice of either delaying the announcement and delaying every bit of marketing, but still keep basically the hype from the Direct, or they could just announce it now and ignore the hype for the Direct, but keep all the marketing the same scheduling. And it was probably just cheaper and more worth it for them if they just announce it now rather than wait for the Direct. Like you've seen how much stuff has been leaking or coming out now because developers just can't. It's too much hassle to change the whole marketing schedule, even if it means they lose out from the Direct audience.
Because it's probably taking so long because now they have to edit their Direct again. Because the whole Mega Man thing probably wouldn't be the same. Like, you could play the demo on Switch now.
I think what's going to happen is they'll just put a slide at the very front of the Direct saying, this Direct was meant to be released on this date, so all information will be relevant to this date. Please take that in mind. I think that's what they'll do. I don't think they'll change it all. The only thing I've heard is that apparently there was one game in it that, if they released it on the day of the earthquake, would have been very bad. And considered insensitive. My guess is maybe Quake Champions is coming to Switch. And you know, Quake.
Yeah, that would have been incredibly insensitive.
Yeah.
But how the fuck would they have seen it is the real question, because that thing would take days to get ready. Now granted, people are dumb and would expect Nintendo and would Sony fanboys.
Well, it's like people would say, why didn't you cancel Direct? That's why they delayed it, because Japanese would still say, why didn't you delay it? It's just how it is.
God, this guy does not give a single fuck for the laws of motion. And on another brighter note, you can finally 100% Doom 2 now.
What do you mean?
The final official secret of Doom 2 was found, so you can actually 100% the game.
Wait, there was still secrets not found?
Yeah, there was like an in-game secret, like an official, you found a secret room, was found 24 years later.
Wow.
How the fuck did they miss that?
Something about pushing an enemy into a specific place, I believe. Hang on.
I mean, it's Doom fucking 2. I'm not surprised that game's been disassembled left, right, and center by now.
You'd be surprised. I mean, there was that Final Fantasy IX quest that wasn't found till like 3 years ago. That side quest.
Yeah, but to be fair, taking apart a PS1 game's a lot more difficult than the PC one.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, you have to get pushed by a demon. Oh, you have to get pushed into by a demon. You get pushed onto a teleporter by a demon. Is like I think what you do.
Oh, I see. So, what day do you guys think the Direct's gonna come out on?
Sometime then, maybe.
Yeah. It's a shame it had to be delayed, but it was the right choice. Ah, okay, I see what you mean, Flipnote.
I'm gonna guess this game has voice acting.
It has Banjo-Kazooie voice acting.
Oh, okay then.
So it's all like, yippee, yahoo! Yeah, pretty much.
And like, Okami.
Mm.
Swear
Yeah.
to God, I can't play without just seeing like the characters' heads pop on the text box and just move up and down as the soundbite plays.
Yeah, I think most people think the direct will be next week. Because that just makes sense from a marketing standpoint.
Man, I've owned Banjo-Kazooie on my N64, and I haven't even fucking touched it. It's my Steam library all over again.
Just get the rare replay version at this point.
I don't own an Xbox One. I also already own the game.
That's like one of the few games I wish they released on PC. It's like, come on, release everything else but rare replay.
Oh, Rare Replay was like before the whole we'll put all of our games on the Microsoft Store.
Yeah, it was. I have it. I have an Xbox One. I have it, but it's like, man, I wish it was on PC. Playing Banjo-Tooie and Kazooie without lag is just fantastic. Same with Conker. Conker doesn't have any lag either. Because those games chugged on the N64.
That was about as Perfect Dark did. God, that game went into single frame FPSs even at the best of times.
Rare were ambitious, but their ambition came at a cost.
Well, what do you expect when it was running on the GoldenEye engine?
That was Perfect Dark, right? I don't think Banjo-Kazooie on the Perfect Dark engine.
Banjo-Kazooie was on its own engine, Perfect Dark was on the GoldenEye engine. And it actually used to have support for the Game Boy camera of all things. For a system called the Perfect Head system. Basically, you take a photo of yourself and then slot the game in through your transfer pack. Basically, take a photo of yourself and make yourself a multiplayer character.
Creepy man, creepy man, creepy man!
Finally, I can make a creepy pasta with their Perfect Dark.
I mean, you can't do it anyway because the code to do so is long gone, but text remnants are still there.
So, how good did the how good did the models look with the camera feature?
You mean the free cam feature?
Yeah.
Basically just imagine GoldenEye quality model heads. Pretty much the same thing.
You guys remember
on the screen. Sorry.
No, you finish, you finish.
I mean, it does colorize the heads, I don't know how, but... See if we can find a screenshot of it.
Do you guys remember Perfect Dark Zero?
On the Xbox 360? Nope.
Yeah. That was a game that existed.
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly.
Apple, are you talking about Shion again?
Who?
Exactly. Right, so that's what the menu looked like originally before it was removed.
Oh.
And...
Jesus Christ.
No.
She doesn't have fucking eyes. It's like one of those fucking demons. It's a fucking demon.
Oh, it gets worse. Take a look at this one. Same texture as the one above. Someone got a text message,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on a Samsung phone.
Nobody ever texts me.
Alright. Who likes brass instruments?
I like
Oh
breast.
boy. Oh boy, I love the Gen 3 sound font.
I like this song, actually. This is the one of the few songs I know about.
Ah, the Bell of Discord, because fuck the Bell of Skype.
Well, this place is in a civil war, I believe. I don't think Rare died when Microsoft put. I will defend Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I think that is a good game. Just not a good Banjo game. Also, Viv and Pinata Herd is really good. Fantastic, even. But their quality definitely went down overall. Apple can tell you all about Sea of Thieves and how long that lasted for him.
I just don't have anyone to play with.
Sorry. Honestly, the game bored me really fast. But I did try.
Honestly, I couldn't really tell you anything about the game since I never played.
I might play when the expansion comes out. The next one. So I know the first one's already out, but the second one apparently is bigger.
Granted, I don't exactly agree with how they do the new content, because, like, I think the Megalodon fight is, like, exclusive to that expansion till the next one arrives, and I think that's a really bad idea.
Oh, seasonal stuff?
Let me check. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, I don't like seasonal stuff in general.
Hang on.
I do like you can choose your level you want to do. That's pretty cool.
Oh, multiple pathways. That's nice.
Because I know the third one introduces new area, the third expansion after Cursed Sails introduces new islands.
Oh, when you said sales, I thought you meant like sales as in sales of the game.
I don't know, because it says here there'll be a new AI threat to the world, which is the Megalodon, so I don't know if it's like the Kraken, which is just a random encounter. Let me keep checking.
Damn it. Oh god.
Oh, we're getting rowboats. Neat.
That one, CFAs. Experiment, did you get from those messages in chat?
Oh, they don't seem to be working.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird because I can right click and they show up fine here. Yeah, just click and they work.
Did you end up beating the Mega Man demo, Apple?
Yeah, I beat it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did beat it in the end.
I beat it like the run I was on when we all left the chat.
Oh, that feeling when you can see how they've tiled the water texture there.
There you go. Oh, got it. Ah, okay, finally got it working.
What was that?
Oh, wait, it works on Discord, you were saying.
Oh yeah, let's send them the link. Just Twitch being a bitch. Oh, we gotta ride him up. Okay, I thought we have to toss him at a wall or something.
Wait, what?
The enemy you just
Oh,
knocked
okay, yeah.
through the roof.
Oh, I think you're a bit back, man.
Yeah,
Wait.
hold on a second.
I'm way ahead of that now.
There we go, refreshed. Just slightly off the mark, smacks into the chimney wall.
Okay, so a lot of the quests, there's like always like a big quest with the expansion, kind of like with in the Hungering Deep there was the Megalodon quest, which is no longer accessible because we're in Cursed Sails.
Yep.
And apparently the same thing goes for these things called Skeleton Thrones, which are only timed and won't be there forever. And the real question is why? Why not just leave the quest in for other people to do who weren't there day one?
Screw you, Fortnite, for introducing seasons to video games.
Yeah, I honestly don't. It's a little confusing because there's like permanent stuff like the new ships, the bongos. Finally, the game's worth it.
How high can you climb? Do 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 do.
But like the quests they give out, a part of it that's like a part of a big expansion are only temporary for some reason, which is a really dumb idea when your game has a content problem.
It's almost like they're gonna do an MMO or something. Maybe they need to take a playbook out of Final Fantasy 14, huh?
I mean, to be fair, we're paying subscriptions to Final Fantasy 14, so that's kind of where it goes.
Yeah, but you can actually play the old content. You know, it's not permanently locked away because seasonal.
There are seasonal events. They're just not very. They're only custom stuff.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the meat and potatoes of the game.
Oh yeah, no. Everything, like even the Monster Hunter thing, which was just released, that's permanent, which shocked me because I thought that'd be limited.
Like it was for Peace Walker.
Isn't no? Can't you still play the Peace Walker stuff?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure John did it for the review, didn't he? That's why he keeps joking about it.
Bear in mind the PSP servers are gone by this point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And on the right you can see Vivi in a T-pose beating up some small kid. Yay!
Now watch as Stevie T poses and takes this kid's lunch money.
Is Klonoa secretly a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts? Game Theory.
That doesn't answer my question.
Well, I mean, does kind of look like one. Okay, that's not how you assemble a battery.
Okay,
Just saying.
I lied. The Megalodon is a perm. I think it's like the Kraken, basically. Okay, it could be summoned. Never mind.
Zoo. My favorite way of saying yes.
Five pirates have to play you have to play the drums in a specific place on the sea. Was 5 pirates? Why 5? I guess they want you to have. They probably want you to have multiple ships then.
You can only have 4 pirates per ship, can't you? In terms of steering.
You can make alliances with other ships now. So if you run into random people, you can literally just make an alliance so that there's no reason to grief.
Oh, but I want to. Griefing is like part of the pirate life.
True, but if you promote griefing, then that's literally going to be absolutely nothing but griefing, to be fair. Because, like, when you're in an alliance, when you turn in treasure, the other party gets the same amount of gold as you.
Yo. Yeah, that's bad.
Wait, I lied. I think I lied again. It is a random event now.
What, the griefing, the 5 pirate thing?
The Megalodon. There's either an aggressive version or a passive that will try to avoid you. I guess that's okay. So I guess that technically isn't timed content. It would be a lot easier if they made this clearer.
These guys are back.
Their face reminds me of SpongeBob, those bombs.
That's a game I should play at some point.
Which?
SpongeBob SquarePants movie game.
They're gonna say Battle for the Bikini Bottom.
I don't know how Battle actually.
I think Battle's better, but the movie is also okay.
Oh, I get what I gotta do. Those clever bastards.
Clever girl.
need to ask Linky for racing tomorrow. That's what I gotta do.
Oh, you're doing another race?
I don't know. That's what I need to ask him if we are.
Anything in particular?
Not that I can think of. I said he could pick the next game because I thought give the loser a better chance by having them pick the next game.
What games think he'd good at? There's the $1,000,000 question.
Zelda, pretty much.
Yeah, the
yes,
Zelda
Ocarina
games
of
are,
Time.
but those are really long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, duh, of course he mentioned it earlier this week. Ocarina of Time randomized.
That's what I suggested. I don't know if that's what he wants to do though.
I'll have to go back to the Project 64 source code, see if there's been any updates in the last couple of months.
Civilization on Switch? I don't really play much Civilization.
I'm
probably
getting it.
I enjoyed Civ 5.
I love Civ, but it's portable Civ. It's just like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I might get it if it's a good price. It's probably still gonna. Because Civ 6 is still $60, I think.
But it comes with all the expansions. They've already announced it. They
True.
come with all the expansions and stuff, so you get a fair deal.
True.
Yeah, but the $1,000,000 question is, String, will a certain person have nukes pointed at you at any time?
God damn it, Candy.
Wait, that was Japanese writing on those blocks there.
Yeah, damn it.
I don't know, almost looks like it.
What do you?
Almost
I
look
wanna
like
see-
those blocks you went past on the conveyor belt, they almost look like Japanese characters on the sides.
Maybe? I don't know.
They probably aren't, it'll probably be like some custom alien language thing.
Probably. I think it's just meant to be hit yeah, X marks the spot.
I want a Civ mode where it's nothing but Gandhis that you play with.
Yeah, it's just loads of X's, it's just the way they're arranged. They look like the kanji for temporary.
Civ mode where you
looks
can
like a
only
circle.
win through religion victory or culture victory. I forget what it's called.
Good god, you'd be there to the end of the fucking century.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Look, culture. Look, the only fun victory is military victory. That's the only fun victory.
Well, yeah, because that means that the players are all interacting with each other.
You know, when the other players are dead.
It's like, what? Basically, when people play, it's usually military victory,
Or a technology one.
or technology victory. They're the two big ones that people like to play with. I can't remember what it's called.
Religion-
Religion victory,
Again.
no one likes playing with.
Because
What-
it takes
wait,
too
what's-
fucking long. Okay, so
how do you-
describe the three victory types. Military type is when you wipe the other players off the face of the earth, quite literally. Technology basically builds a spaceship and your people go into space to colonize other planets. The religious ending is where you spread your own custom religion to every major city on the planet.
And it has to be the most popular religion, I believe.
Yep.
And no one likes religion victory.
But we could
Because
just force them to adapt our religion with military victory. There you go.
Ah yes, the
What?
old, we will show them our peace through methods of force.
Well, I mean, you can do that if you want. But the thing is, you get military victory before religion victory. Oh yeah, tell him it's Civ. I'm so excited for Civ 6 on Switch.
I'll
Ah,
probably.
you haven't.
Because basically,
Oh,
once you take over a city, it's yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. Which means you can spread your religion through it.
We will show them our peaceful ways by force.
Well, if you know, directly usurp control over them or you go for the puppet route.
I haven't played much of Civ 6, most because I haven't had time, but I will buy it on Switch.
I'll buy it if I remember it exists. That's about it.
But I can't download the Hitler mod on the Switch though to play as him.
I don't really mod Civ.
I don't. Surprisingly, I don't see many mods for Civ. Someone nuked the city? Jeez, I wonder who did that. Thanks, Gandhi.
I say that lava texture looks like an old screensaver you'd get on Windows 2000 or 98.
Looks like a water texture, but red.
Pretty much just colorized, yeah.
Ah, yes. Something about some Switch cloud saves being confusing and being very limiting to certain games.
Yeah, I heard about that. Is anyone really surprised though?
I mean, I'd be concerned, but I'd back up my save files anyway.
Honestly, I am not shocked Pokemon Company didn't want cloud saves. Disappointing,
Couldn't
but I'm not
why?
shocked. Oh,
I'm
it's
disappointed, but not surprised.
nothing to do with they can't, it's just they don't want it to. Because of
They
freaking...
said-
They don't want people cheating.
Yeah,
Cool.
I see that article right now.
All string, I'm pretty much a living example of that, because remember how I broke the security back at the World Tournament 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
Now imagine if anyone can do that. I can understand Splatoon because it's saved on the server already. So realistically, even if your Switch gets corrupted, you still have your save file on the server you can download. It's like, what's an example of a PS4
Steam
game?
Cloud.
It's like Final Fantasy 14 on PS4. You can't cloud save that game because your save file's on the server. Pokemon is a bit weird. Pokemon's the annoying one though because that's not saved on the server.
Well, no, it's the same rules why you can't use save states in the VC releases or copy your save files for the Gen 6 and Gen 7 games.
Yeah.
Officially, anyway, but manipulating save data on the 3DS is a piece of piss.
Can we get multiple save files?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
On the 3DS, you can.
I want to do another playthrough, but I got all of these shiny Pokemon, all my good Pokemon on here. Fuck you, Nintendo or Game Freak.
Well, I mean, I can look and it's like, you know, I could pay however much you want me to pay for Pokemon Bank, or I can just use an offline version I've made. Checkmate.
I still
reminds me
find the
of that.
whole sorry.
Oh, and jokes on them. This is only compatible with Gen 6 and Gen 7, the one I've got. Compatible with Gens 4 and 5 natively. Get fucked, Pokemon Company.
I can ask competitive element. Yeah, that's true. But honestly, I doubt there's gonna be much of a competitive community for Let's Go.
Oh, there isn't going to be one. They've already announced the VGC stuff, and it's going to be sticking to Sun and Moon too.
Pretty much, yeah. You're not gonna have a competitive community when you only have 1 in 51 Pokemon nowadays.
Well,
You
you
wouldn't
know,
get-
the fact it's based on Pokemon Go mechanics, and you know, how the hell do you make a competitive scene out of Pokemon
Well, the
Go?
battle system apparently is normal Pokemon. It's just the actually I don't know about IVs or EVs, so
Well, Ivysaur will be in there. Sorry, terrible joke.
But
Eevee
like
will be there
Ivysaur.
too. In fact, they
You
named the
cannot-
game after one of them.
The good starter of Gen 1.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean-
who do you want to go? Pikachu, the electric type, which is terrible for the first 3 gyms, or Eevee, the one that can evolve into any other type?
You can't evolve the Eevee,
That is true. That's apparently that sucks, by the way.
so it's fucking useless.
Well,
At
apparently
least
you
people
can.
think it's Light
Well,
Bulb.
when you think about it, both of them are going to be fucking useless for Brock.
Well, apparently you can still catch Pokemon, Pikachu and Eevee in the games.
There you go.
That's how you to
This
evolve
is-
them.
This is you, but better because it lets me fucking evolve it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this is why I fucking love Pokemon XD, because they give you an Eevee right out the gate, and you can evolve it into any of the Eevees from Gen 3.
XD or Coliseum?
XD.
Yeah, okay, that's 6. Coliseum gives you Espeon and
Start off
Umbra.
with Espeon and Umbreon from the word go. In
Yeah.
XD, you can choose any of them. Plus
Okay.
Espeon and Umbreon.
I have
That's
XD. I never
specific
played it
They
though.
have Stone. Oh, play it, man. Coliseum, but it's a lot better.
If I get my Wii and a component cable, I might stream at some point, but that's a long one to play.
You can get a Flareon. Eh?
No one goes to Flareon. Not even in
Yeah.
Gen 3 games. You don't go Flareon.
I mean, Flareon is absolute fucking trash, even in Gen 4 when it
Flareon is statistically the worst one. The best one is, I think, Jolteon still.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Sylveon might be better now. I
Yeah,
can't.
I think Sylveon. I think it's Sylveon and Jolteon that are neck and neck for one another.
Yeah.
And then I think it goes Espeon. Then Vaporeon.
Vaporeon only just has high defense. That's it. I believe that's it for Vaporeon.
Then I think it goes Umbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon, and then Flareon dead last.
That's what happens when you make a physical fire type in a generation that doesn't have physical fire types.
I think that's just a consequence of Gen 1 being a little too under the statistics not being. They're very different from nowadays.
Actually, here's the interesting thing about Pokemon XD. That was the first game to use the physical special split.
Did XD come before Gen 3?
It came before Gen 4, yeah.
I thought the attack and special attack difference was in Gen 3, not Gen 4.
Gen 4 is when they did. Gen 4 is when they did the special physical attack split.
Oh, okay. I mean, to be
And
fair,
actually-
I kind of prefer that. The problem was they didn't really balance all the Pokemon to make up for it.
Flareon is still shit.
Yeah, Pokemon XD basically has the prototype version of it. It functions the same as it does in the modern games, but it only applies to the shadow moves.
Okay. So I know what to say to people if they say that Gen 4 is the worst gen. It's like if that's one of their arguments.
Which I say, have you looked at Gen 1? Fucking hell, it crashes if you look at it funny.
Yeah, but to be fair, you have Leaf Green Fire Red now, so you can't really. I get why people can say that sometimes.
But what about No, now we have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
Which it technically remakes of Pokemon Yellow.
I still find it weird how they're remaking Gen 1 again.
Look, easy money, boys.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, gotta go for that Pokemon Go / to Gen 1er fanbase.
That should have killed me then.
Also, only, reusing the models from X and Y, and only using only putting a 151 Pokemon.
That was close.
Easy, and selling it for $60.
To be
Easy
honest,
bro.
the Pokemon 3DS models were highly detailed for what they should have been, but they future-proofed it for the 3DS games going on, because they basically made all of them for the first 5 gens for Pokemon Pokédex 3D, then reused them from X and Y, and then just built on top. I'm gonna take a guess and say they might reuse the models from Pokemon Go on mobile for the sake of convenience more than anything.
You don't think they just update the Sun and Moon ones? The Sun and Moon is apparently pretty high quality. A lot of people were saying that remember when Pokemon Stars was rumored and people thought it was just the model was so high quality that it was just gonna bring them forward. That's why the 3DS lags so much in Sun and Moon.
Unless
Yeah,
you're
it's
on
'cause
unless you're on the new.
Well, unless you have the new 3DS models, yeah, but they still chug even on them. Believe me, I've overclocked the game specifically for new 3DS models, and they still chug. Even for the Gen 6 and Gen 7 games.
Wow.
I still have not beaten Pokemon Moon, and I never bought Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon.
And if you're using an old 3DS for Gen 7, you're even more fucked, because that uses something called Extended Memory Mode. The only other game I can think of that uses that is Super Brothers Smash.
If you have the original, if you have the new one, I don't think it does.
No, that's because the new one's got more RAM and
Yeah.
two extra CPU cores.
Yeah.
For the original 3DS model, basically, when those games are on, it
Can you get a home
technically
menu?
unloads the operating system.
Yeah. I remember you can go to the home menu. It's like with GBA games, except I'm pretty sure GBA is because I was using GBA hardware.
It is. It's using the GBA hardware and the GBA IPL.
Yeah.
Which is just embedded in the Nintendo DS firmware.
Man, I sure do hope Gen 8 is good.
We'll see soon enough.
Will it have production values? Probably not.
Good God, what is with that background texture there? Looks like a PS1 or an N64 texture there. Come on, gods.
Foreshadowing.
I've updated my privacy policy.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go do those hardcore things in Game & Watch Kingdom Hearts. I gotta get that Keyblade.
Someone wants to
Yeah,
start off with start off with Oblivion again.
You know, I keep forgetting. I have to remind myself the PS2 did technically ship with Linux in some places.
Did it?
Yeah. PS2's got a full Linux development kit, basically. That was sold as consumers. Came with an special keyboard and everything.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty fucking limited nowadays because, you know, PS2 hardware. There's no graphical user interface, it's all command line.
That's classic Linux. It would have been before Ubuntu was probably widely used, I'm guessing.
I don't think Ubuntu was even a thing when PS2 Linux came out. Pre-BSD would have been, but not Ubuntu.
Yeah. I'm learning Linux right now at school.
Which variant?
Ubuntu.
Fair enough, the popular one.
But it's all command line and stuff like that.
I haven't used Linux command line strictly since doing Cisco development.
No. Actually, that's the time, isn't it? Ooh, I better get yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream here, guys, now. I didn't realize I've been streaming for so long.
Alright then.
Yeah. But as usual, I want to thank everyone for coming and watching. Thank you, Experiment Apple, for joining.
No worries.
And I'll see you guys next time.